Beatrice High School Marching Band presents our national anthem. The band is under the direction of Mandy Carter, Nick Thompson, Casey Carrillo, Kayla Sherry, and Hannah Lowe's. Drum majors are Carly Sagerman and Shay Martin.
Well, good evening and welcome to the House of Orange. It is pink out night for the Beatrice Orangemen football team as they host an unbeaten and top-ranked Waverly Viking squad here at home tonight. I'm Brian Cook, along with my producing engineer sitting beside me. That is the maestro, Andrew Johnson. Our technicians from Mission Control tonight, a couple of them, the smartest man on the planet. Ezzy Cuevas joins Lexus Warnzine, now in the United States Air Force. And our camera personnel tonight, Parker Foster, Craig Roberts, both sophomores are here. Juniors, Caden Zatera and Logan Weirs. Seniors, Layla Boyko, Maddie Bunch, Grace Begley, and Max Powers, all part of our Beam Dream Team in 2005-2006. Producing engineer, Andrew Johnson, my color guy tonight. Pink Out Night's very special, especially for you.
It is a special night, not just for me, but for a lot of people. Found out this morning, this afternoon, whatever, though, my wife now 4 years cancer survivor, so visited the oncologist again this morning and everything came back clean, so that's great. But we know that out there's people that are being affected by this right now as we speak and sit here, and our thoughts go out to all of you. To those of you that are survivors, keep fighting, and those of you that have been fortunate enough to not been affected by it, keep going to the doctor and getting checked, man. I mean, it's amazing when they catch it early what they can do. So it is a special night. It means a lot to a lot of people. And appreciate what the football team and in a couple of weeks the volleyball team do to raise awareness and raise some funds for it.
It's much more than a game. Coach Dick Stewart abides by that rule now. After my stroke, he went and did a checkup and found out he was in the early stages of cancer, got it cured, corrected. So get in for checkups, folks. Whether you're feeling good or not, it's worth to know how your body's functioning. Sometimes your body won't tell you if there's something wrong. Beatrice will be kicking off first, or rather Waverly will be kicking off first. Waverly's kicker is Gavin Fowler, a 6'3", 160-pound sophomore. 3 back deep for Beatrice. Buckle your seat belts. Get ready for the ride. We are underway. Ball bounces in the end zone and touchback.
Yeah, one of those high school rules. Into the end zone, automatic touchback, which safety is an important thing, and we're thankful over the years football's gotten safer and safer. Speeds have increased, the weight of the players has increased, but constantly looking to evolve the game and keep everybody safe, and that's the big thing.
This game will feature two of the best running backs in the state. Merrick Johnson, 6 foot, 210-pound senior from Beatrice. And for Waverly, their big time runner is Nathan Axman, a 6 foot, 170-pound senior. Be watching those two gentlemen here tonight. Shotgun formation for Boston Crawford, the quarterback. One man in motion, goes to the left side, handoff, goes to Merrick, and he is trapped behind the line of scrimmage. That big defensive line of Waverly's produces a lot of penetration.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would have to guess, though, that Beatrice is wanting to rely on that run game, keep that clock moving, shorten the game.
And keep the Waverly offense on the sidelines.
Right.
Watch a team do that last night in the NFL game. San Francisco did that to Los Angeles, beat the Rams. Trips will line up to the left side. Boston Crawford in shotgun formation. One man in motion. Handoff. Merrick Johnson goes up the middle. Maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe just short of it. Brings up a 3rd and long.
Waverly comes into the game averaging 36.6 points per game, where Beatrice is just at 14. Waverly only giving up just over 12 points a game, whereas Beatrice is giving up 28. So there's your difference. Beatrice, like we were talking, wanting to shorten that game, keep Waverly off the field, play time possession, just grind it out, move it down the field, and see what can happen. You never know.
That's why we play the game. Trips line out to the right side. Boston Crawford in shotgun formation. One man in the slot to the left. Crawford drops back to air it out. Does. It is caught. Jesse Oltmans across the 30, about 33. That's enough for first down. Gain of about 13 on the play.
Yeah, nice play there. Able to find him more open there, kind of in the flat out to the sideline, and had enough space to get across and pick up that first down. So Beatrice doing a little something. We kept talking the run game and whatever, but there it is in the passing game. But a well-designed play there for Beatrice.
Jesse Oltmans, a 6'1", 170-pound junior this year for the pink out Orangemen tonight.
Yeah, I saw Brian earlier today. I said, do you have the right rosters with the right numbers for tonight? Because some of them are different than we're used to.
4 wide receivers line out to the left side. Boston Crawford drops back to pass and overthrows his intended receiver there. That was Evan Roberts.
Yeah, and he had a step on his defender, but it just floated a little too far over his head. Couldn't quite grab that one. Otherwise, I think that have been another first down, I think.
That brings up a 2nd down and 10. Just starting action here at the House of Orange. Make it pink tonight. Pink out. And cancer awareness for everybody out there. Please get checked, whether you're feeling good or not. Get in the checkup for every 6 months or every year. Make sure your body is healthy. Shotgun formation for Boston Crawford. Trips line out to the right side. Man in motion. That's Merrick Johnson. And the ball slapped away. That'll be incomplete. Sam Dakey, the linebacker, got his hands on it. Makes it 3rd down and 10. So Waverly pulling their linebackers up. They're outside linebackers. That's Sam Dakey. He's a junior this year for the Vikings of Waverly. 3rd down and 10 for Beatrice at the 33-yard line.
Had a 3rd and long the last time. They were able to convert. Let's see if we can do it again.
2 wide receivers split to the left side. One lone setback. Crawford in shotgun formation, takes the snap, airs it out. It is caught. Evan Roberts down for a gain of about 4 on the play.
Nice play, just needed one more block, and he probably would have had that first down. But it's still, even though Beatrice is going to have to punt here, able to get out and get some yardage and give the defense a chance to at least start, behind the 20-yard line the other direction and make Waverly go the length of the field. Whereas if you don't pick up those first downs, Waverly's got it at the 40, 50-yard line, and that's pretty easy for a team like Waverly.
Merrick Johnson, the punter, is back in punt formation. Gets the snap, good snap, high kick. Will take a bounce near the 40-yard line. And Waverly gets it there, brings it back to the 43-yard line. Zach McHouse, a senior, with the kickoff return.
Yeah, that bounce really went about straight up in the air, unfortunately for Beatrice. And The Waverly returner there, Zach, he just said, I'm going to grab it and get a couple more yards. Was able to move it up maybe 3 or 4 from where it first bounced. And unfortunately for Beatrice, that punt was kind of a high wobbler, and Waverly does have it in the not in the plus territory, but inside that 40-yard line already.
Brock Tepley, the junior quarterback, is in shotgun formation. Beside him, that's his all-world Nathan Axman, the running back. He takes the pitch out to the right side, and good blocking downfield by Waverly. Axman gets the first down, gain about 12 on his first carry.
Yeah, a nice patient run by him. If you watch that, he just kind of waits and waits and bounces out, and then, gets around for that gain of, what about almost 15?
Yeah. First and 10, Waverly at the Beatrice 45-yard line. Axman, a 6-foot, 170-pound senior, along with Merrick Johnson, 2 of the top 5 running backs in Class B this year. Shotgun formation for Tepley. Hands off to Axman. Reverses his course. Cuts it back inside. Falls down by the 39, 38-yard line. Pickup of about 6 this time.
Yeah, you can see already Waverly so far, nothing fancy on their offensive possession. Just hand it off, be patient, let them bounce around. Waverly O-line getting a nice push right off the snap. Yeah, just be patient. And I think for Waverly, probably kind of the same game plan. Run the ball, keep the clock moving. On paper, this is, I hate to say it, but it's one that you kind of know what the outcome may be already. Not that strange things can't happen, but if you're Waverly, you want to go through this game, come out uninjured. Same for Beatrice. Just, there's no, you don't need to score 80 points. That doesn't gain you anything.
Yeah.
So, with what's coming left for the season, Waverly's big game is in 2 weeks. They got Norris coming up to their field. Both teams right now undefeated. Norris won last night to go 6-0. Waverly looking to do the same tonight, but that's the big one that both of those teams have circled right now.
And the coach at Norris is a Beatrice graduate, Trevor Sedlacek. Axman crossed the 25-20, goes to the outside, 10, 5, and is out of bounds near the 4-yard line.
Yeah, again, you can see it on that run. Just patient, waiting for his blockers to take that and move him out. Just let him take the time to get over there. They're going to give him a touchdown on that one,
Yeah, they are.
I
thought he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, I was watching the official on the far side, and he's still standing on the 3. And I never saw anybody indicate touchdown.
I never did either. 30-yard touchdown run for Nathan Axman. They'll set up for the extra point. The extra point kicker is Gavin Fowler. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Waverly with 7:49 to go. We've seen the philosophy of both teams. Merrick Johnson on one side, Nathan Axman on the other. Run the football. I'd like to make the, again, Beam Dream Team. Can't say enough about all of our Beam Dream Teamers this year. Ezzy Cuevas, the smartest man on the planet, is back running in mission control along with Lexus Warnstein now. But our Beam Dreamers this year, seniors are Layla Boyko, Maddie Bunch, Grace Bigley, Max Powers. Our juniors, Caden Zatera, Logan Weirs. Sophomores who run the cameras right now are Parker Fosler and Craig Roberts. Under the direction of the maestro, Andrew Johnson, the producing engineer for Beam Broadcasting. I'm Brian Cook. We thank you for joining us tonight for Pink Out at the House of Orange tonight. The mighty band from Beatrice Land. Can't say enough about the band under the direction of Miranda Carter and Hannah Lose. Do a great job with them. The drum majors this year are Carly Segerman and Shay Martin. Kaya Shiri is the color guard, and Casey Carrillo is with the percussion, is the leader for them. So great to have all of our students being leaders this year. Kick will touch back. So Beatrice will get it 1st and 10 after the touchback here. Try to equalize things up. Waverly That 30-yard touchdown run by Axman made it early 7-0 lead. Now Beatrice second possession on offense here.
A couple nice plays on the first possession. Hopefully we get a few more here and get that ball to midfield. Well, unfortunately tripped up in the backfield there.
Merrick's going to have his work cut out for him on this. The defensive line for Waverly is enormous. Loss of 2 on the play. So Waverly's defense, we talk so much about Axelman, their running back, and Brock Tepley, their quarterback, but their defense is really the key to their success this year. Very sound. Their linebackers, watch them tonight because they like to come up and plug holes and fill the gaps.
Yeah, like we said earlier, they're just giving up that 12 points per game, so that's big.
Here goes Merrick again, the carry.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. Maybe a yard short. I feel like that's not a home field spot on the down marker. There he moves it up. Yeah, okay, come on.
Thank you, boys. Bring up a 3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. 1 right out to the left, 1 to the right. Make it 2 to the right. 1 lone setback. Jesse Oltman's in motion. Crawford gets a snap, heavy rush, runs out of it, across the 20, gets down to about the 22. Gain of 2 there for Boston Crawford. Got to bring up a 4th down and long.
4th and 8, Brian. I don't know. 8 is 8 long.
It is, and when you're down to the 20-yard line, yeah.
Okay.
So 4th down and 8, or 4th and long, whichever you prefer. Merrick Johnson back to punt.
Like my specifics sometimes, you know.
Like when I call Izzy Cuevas the smartest man on the
planet,
you roll your eyes. I thought, why? The guy should be working for NASA.
He did give me a little information about a job interview he's got started next week, which would be great to see. Kind of something industry related a little bit, so we'll just we're going to leave it at that and just hope for the best for him. And I said, well, tell him what you did here and what you know about this stuff, and can't hurt.
Yeah, hopefully it's NASA, because NASA you can use as Cuevas, folks. For your
NASA or SpaceX. How many rockets have they blown up lately?
That's right. Yeah, probably using more there. 1st and 10 Vikings.
If you're Elon and you got that money, you don't care if they blow up. It's just a big firecracker.
Oh, Broxton Tepley drops back to pass, airs it out near side. Ball caught near sidelines.
It's caught by Kruver Camp for Waverly. For sure, that was their first passing attempt of the game, if I recall. Goes for, almost 15, I think.
Yeah, I think about 12 yards on the play.
Oh, that's right. They were on the plus side of the 50 already. Yep.
So 1st down and 10, Waverly at the Beatrice 33-yard line. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter of play. Tepley fakes the handoff, airs it out, is tied in there, and running down the far sidelines. There he goes, makes a dive for the end zone. That is Brady Schaefer.
This time I do see the arms waving, and they're calling him out of bounds before he got in. So it would be Waverly ball at maybe the 2.
So about 28-yard pickup on that play.
Yeah, right on the 2-yard line. A little warm this afternoon, Brian, but it's going to turn out to be a pretty darn good night for football. Hanging out here at the House of Orange in Cam Jurgens Field.
Yes. They corrected the Jurgens name down there. Handoff goes to Axman up the middle. He's got the touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. So Axton, 5 carries, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns now. Makes it 13-0. And back, kick the extra point, Gavin Fowler, 6'3", 160-pound sophomore. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 Waverly. I talked about the mighty band from Beatrice land while you were back in mission control, and the job they're doing. I mean, it's great entertainment to see them. I can't wait to see the halftime show. It is Hunchback at Notre Dame, or Notre Dame.
I was corrected last week, Brian, though. We hosted the Trailblazer Conference marching band event that we had here a week ago Wednesday. And I said the same thing. I said, Hunchback of Notre Dame. And she goes, it's just Notre Dame. So it is just Notre Dame, featuring music from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay, all right.
Either way, but it is Notre Dame, and they are doing a nice job. We got 7 schools in the conference that have the field marching band program like we have here at Beatrice. They were all here that day. Heard 6 of them play their music twice. Plattsmouth is only able to do their show the one time. The rest of them, the format for that, they come and they play in the morning and they just stand on the field in arcs or little formation. They play their music. The judges are just able to give them feedback on that. As a former band director, I can tell you when you go to contest in October, 60% of your score is based off of your music. So when we started this conference 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was now, that was one of the things when we were instituting this marching band festival was we want the emphasis to be on music. It's still early in the season. It's usually like the 3rd week of September when they do that. We want music to be the emphasis. Because if you can't stand and play your music, it's really darn hard to march and play your music. Marching band truly is one of the most
underappreciated events, I'll tell you that.
Underappreciated, sure. I was going to say one of the events that demands the most multitasking than pretty much anything else. You think about how many things it takes just to play an instrument when you're sitting in a chair, like a lot of us are used to seeing them, or they're standing in the stands at pep bands. They're reading the notes and the rhythms, and then that's having to translate to your fingers to press the right keys down to get the right note to come out. Plus also your air has to do the right thing. So right there we're already at like 5 or 6 things that they're doing. Then you ask them to march and play. So they have to be in this specific spot at specific time, move the right speed in between all of this stuff, and it is a lot. So I always did and still do. Just great admiration for not just the students, the instructors of that activity, and all of the things that it entails. But yes, we had the Trailblazer thing here. I know they have this Saturday off, and then they start their competition season on the 11th. They're going up to Elkhorn for the Elkhorn Sounds of Excellence contest, and then they're in Lincoln a couple of times after that. State contest for them is on October 25th, I believe, is that Saturday. That's at Seacrest Field up in Lincoln. So if you're wanting to see the marching band and truly see and experience what they're doing, I would tell you to go to one of those contests. Whether it was the one that we hosted here or one of those ones up in Lincoln or Elkhorn. We love our football crowds. But when you're at a marching band contest and there's zero noise in the stands because everyone is just silent and listening to what they're playing and doing, you just hear so many more things. And there's a lot more intricacy to those shows than what we hear on a lot of Friday nights.
Beatrice called the time out there. But Mandy Carter, Nick Thompson, Hannah Lose do a great job as instructors for the music department here, taking over for the always popular maestro Andrew Johnson, that department. Pass in and out of the hands of Jesse Oltmans. Bring up a 3rd down and 10.
That's something Beatrice is going to want to have some success. Those balls that are in your hands, you got to catch them. That's not a poorly thrown ball there. Just you got to haul that in, get whatever yardage you can, and keep that ball moving down the field.
Again, the drum majors this year, Carly Segerman and Shay Martin for the marching band. Kiala Sherry is a color guard. And Casey Carrillo is in charge of the percussion unit this year. So congratulations to the mighty band from Beatrice land. Great job. We get to see them at halftime. Shotgun formation for Boston. Crawford airs it out, overthrows his intended receiver there. It's incomplete.
miscommunication on a route or something there. Receiver is held up just a few yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Not held, but kind of stopped his route there and was looking to go out instead of turn and go up. I'd guess on that one that's a receiver thing. When you're looking for 3rd and 10, you shouldn't run a 3-yard route. Yeah. But unfortunately for Beatrice, 3 possessions. This can be the 3rd punt and the 2nd one from the 20-yard line now.
Yep, 2 3-and-outs the last 2 possessions.
Better punt kick this time.
Taken by, looks like the punt returner there. Zach McElhosey, 6 foot, 160-pound senior on the return. 1st and 10 for Waverly at the 49-yard line. Nebraska volleyball defeating Penn State 16-5 in set number 1.
Up big in set 1 on the road. Now 17-5. That's one of those games both teams have circled. Penn State hasn't had the year they've wanted to have. They already got 5 losses. Nebraska, of course, as we all know, undefeated, looking like they will be in that championship. There's only 2 undefeated teams at the top of the standings, and that's Nebraska and Texas. And we all know what that kind of rivalry is. So
pass the far side, down the far sideline. Flag will fly. The catch, Waverly.
See here on the replay, throw it out, and it's going to be a holding, I think, on that one. Yep, back in Waverly up now. I will say that the referee threw that flag further in the air than the pass went.
Yes.
Across the field. That one had some hang time.
They'll mark it off from the spot of the infraction, bring it back to the 43-yard line. So 1st down and about 17 now to go for the Vikings of Waverly.
Down to 4.5 minutes already here in the 1st quarter, so a game moving along at a nice pace. Let's see if Beatrice can get a stop here.
Broxton Tepley airs it out, almost intercepted. Someone stepping right in front of that for Beatrice. That was Jay Jackson. That almost deflected the ball anyway. Jay, 6 foot, 175-pound senior, got in front of that ball.
Yeah, a couple of them there on that one. I think maybe Wyatt Happel was there as well. But nice coverage. That was a bullet thrown across the field, and could have easily been picked off and gone back the other way a ways, or caught and gone a long ways the other way. But nice job by the Beatrice defense there. 2nd and 15 for Waverly now.
Pass caught by the tight end Nathan Scholl. He gets down about the 30-yard line.
I don't know if that's any relation to the Scholes that are in the booth next to us working the game tonight.
I forgot to ask them.
Running the clock. It's spelled the same. Just a little bubble screen there for Waverly that the tight end was able to grab, and he's quick for a tight end.
Yeah, they have 2 tight end sets every down. Nathan Scholl and Brady Schiffler are the 2 tight ends for Waverly. They'll split 3 wide this time. To the left side, handoff goes Nathan Axman. Axman across the 30, 25, 20. And continue on his feet across the 10, about the 7-yard line. Gain of 23 on the play. Six carries, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns for Nathan Axman.
He's the real deal.
He is. I was anxious to see him against Merrick Johnson today.
Shifty. I mean, I would say that there's 2 big things comparing the 2 running backs right now. If Merrick was on and had Waverly's line in front of him, I think he'd have 80 yards right now also.
Yeah.
But the other thing is Axman is very patient with his runs. We see right here, he's just going to take that, stretch it out, find a hole, cut up, and there he is. And that's nothing against Merrick. Merrick does not have the time to be able to do that at this point.
Yes.
But another 6 for Waverly is going to make it now 20-0 for Waverly, pending the point after.
3rd touchdown by Nathan Axman. Axman, again, a 6 foot, 170-pound senior, and is the real deal, much like Merrick Johnson on the other side. The one thing that Merrick's got that Nathan Axman doesn't have is a state championship. Merrick got that in wrestling last year.
Yeah, I'm sure Merrick, if they meet in the huddle or something at some point, you say, meet you on the mat, let's go.
Yeah.
You know Merrick, he is a competitor, and he's not going to back down.
I would not want to face Merrick Johnson on a mat.
No. There's a few. There's even our girl wrestlers here. There's some. I just
like Morgan Moshman was the real deal.
And we got Andy Jo Gibson back this year.
Yes.
I was talking to her the other day, and I was like, no way would I want to face her. No way.
It's funny.
Somebody goes, well, you're bigger than she is. Yeah, in the wrong ways.
She's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. She's very nice off the mat. Slap you, high five you, get her on the mat. That personality changes like that. It's like Morgan Moshman.
I'm middle-aged and overweight. Come on.
Yeah. Even if you're in great shape, I still wouldn't want to face someone like Andy or Morgan on a mat. Kaylin Ballou either. I mean, all the
Shaylee Calloway.
Oh golly, she have a great year.
Those girl wrestlers are so fun to watch. Like you said, the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. They are some of the nicest kids. But the instant they step on that mat, there's a switch and it gets flipped, and they are all business.
Another touchback there,
which is great. And I know we've talked about it before. If you haven't come to watch wrestling live, come watch it live.
Yes.
As much as I can, I'm saying come watch it live. Before we started streaming it or whatever too, I'm like, wrestling, you come watch that in the ozone under the spotlight. It is an atmosphere unlike any other sporting event we do here.
Yes.
It truly is.
It reminds me so much of WWE as far as all the hype and all the energy behind it. It's just great environment. Atmosphere, the ozone. 21-0, Waverly with the lead. 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. Boston Crawford in shotgun formation. One lone setback. Boston keeps the football. Gets down about the 31-yard line. Pickup of 6 there for Boston Crawford.
Yeah, nice quick run. Had a good hole by the line that time. That's one of those, I think you weren't here, but we talked about one of the earlier games that when teams start keying on Merrick, there's other guys that can make plays. He's got to find a way to get them the ball, have them be involved, and let them do something.
Yeah, get them out in the open while Merrick just is a bulldozer inside.
And once they start doing that, that frees Merrick up a little more too.
Crawford in shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff again. He falls forward. Just shy of a first down. Pick up about 3 that time for Boston. He's got 3 carries for 11 yards.
I'm not really watching the volleyball game, Brian, but I saw the score at the end of that first set.
25-6,
I think it was.
Wow.
6 or 9. One of 6-7. I'll say it. Yeah. Somewhere I'm looking back at the kids working stuff.
Rebecca Alex said something in the pregame that caught my attention. They're holding that very personal after last year.
Well, both Nebraska lost to Penn State twice last year, and Danny DBK, she lost him when she was coaching at Louisville. She lost to him twice last year. So collectively, they went 0-4 last year. So I know it is personal.
Yeah. Fumbled snap, and Merrick Johnson gets back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and less than a yard here.
Maybe you almost gained a little bit on that one. That's. I think it looks like they're going to go for it. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Yeah. You're down 21-0. Keep the momentum going. Get some
minute 20 here in the first quarter to go. But you don't have to snap it till that clock's at 1 minute.
You could take a timeout and discuss it, and I think that's what Beatrice is going to do. They'll call a timeout here and talk about it. 4th and inches here near the 29-yard line.
Well, just today, Brian, we got the district softball schedule released for next week. Of course, the Lady O having a great season this year. They are 26-4 on the year, and 3 of those losses, I believe, are coming to what would be Class A schools. 2 of them were down in that huge tournament they were at in Kansas City. And they've just been on a tear. They hit 4 more home runs last night in their win. Was it 20-3? I think it was
20-1.
20-1 last night. and they're 4 away from the school record in home runs on a season.
They're incredible. With
some games to play yet. So anyways, that district bracket got released. Kind of a little different this year. Class B adopted the format Class A had been using for a couple of years. So the entire state was seeded serpentine. Top 7 seeds getting to host. So the 7 district winners and then 1 wild card will make it to the state softball tournament in a couple of weeks. But Beatrice will play next Thursday at Hannibal Park. That game is slated for 6 o'clock, but it'll be approximately 6 o'clock or 30 minutes after the first game. So Beatrice will play the winner of Seward and Bennington. Beatrice played Bennington just last week. Beat them 4-3. I was going to say 3-2. I know it was a 1-run game, but so those two will play at 4 o'clock, and then Beatrice play the winner of that. On the other side of the bracket, Blue River, which is up by David City, kind of one of those multi-schools together. We'll play Lexington in that first game, and the winner of that will play Elkhorn on the other side of the bracket. Then those 2 bracket winners will play the next day for us on Friday the 10th. They'll play a best-of-3 series that day. So that first game is slated for 2 o'clock, and we are planning to have all of those games on Beam Broadcasting next Friday. So a week from today, start at 2 o'clock. Of course, hoping that Our Lady O are in those games. But no matter who it is, we'll have those for you here on Beam. But those Thursday games, come on out to Hannibal. I believe they're on Field 7 for the 1 bracket, and then down on the Field 1, the regular competition field for the Beatrice side of the bracket. That one's pass is dropped in the back corner of the end zone. They were looking for Cody Neinhauser?
Neinhauser, yes.
In the back of the end zone there. But that is the Beatrice softball bracket. They are the 2 seed overall for that district tournament that is next Thursday, Friday, and some of them go into Saturday.
Yep, they beat Bennington 4-3 last week. They beat Seward 8-0 at Seward earlier in the month.
And that Bennington win was at Bennington as well. Yes. So a lot of the teams Beatrice could see in this bracket, they've already beaten, and a lot of them beat them on their home field.
Wow.
Great stop there by the Beatrice defensive line.
Johnson just took down Axman. Wow, that was a takedown.
He said, meet you on the mat, and it was right here in the middle of the field.
2-point takedown.
Hey, there's an idea. Let's talk to Mr. Cale Kaiser and get the wrestling mats out here and do a wrestling event.
Yes. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 here at the 30-yard line. So loss of a yard on the play.
Not too many long 3rd downs for Waverly yet in this game, so this is kind of a big one for Beatrice here. They had one earlier, but
5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Airs it out, overthrows his intended receiver there. That'll bring up a 4th down.
That was intended for Dawson Radenslaben. Boy, they got the all-name team tonight, too.
They do.
But that one's dropped, so you're going to have to see if they're going to do a little pooch punt here or try one of those long field goals like we saw with Platteview here a few weeks ago. We saw, what was that one, a 56-yarder that night, I think it was?
Yes.
This one would be 47, it looks like.
Platteview has a great kicker. He beat Crete with a 50-yard field goal in overtime.
I know when we played him, he had a couple of 50-yarders and then hit that 56-yarder here. Kind of with similar wind as tonight, maybe just a little less breeze, but same direction wind. And if you're not familiar here, that the south breeze really kind of blows from the close right corner as you're looking at the screen to the far left corner because the field sits at a 45-degree to north-south. So it is a little different for the kickers if you're not used to that coming here. Most fields run basically true north-south. But it was impressive to see him hit that for sure.
It was 4th down and 11 at the 30-yard line for the Vikings. They lead at 21-0 as we begin second quarter action. Broxton Tepley, their quarterback. Shotgun formation. Nathan Axman right beside him. He drops back to pass, and pass is complete near the 30, 25, 20, and down inside the 10, about the 8-yard line.
I think that was to Cale Lade there, their wide receiver.
12-yard line.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Just runs that little wide receiver screen. He's going to come back in towards the ball. A couple of guys going out to block for him, and just kind of right up the middle of the Beatrice defense there.
So an 18-yard completion there. Handoff goes to Axman. Nathan Axman is brought down inside the 10 this time to the 9-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. Make it 5.
Yeah,
9 carries, 94 yards now for Nathan Axman, 3 touchdowns.
Unfortunate for Beatrice on that 4th and 11 there. They couldn't get a stop, and now Waverly's just going to keep grinding it out and hold on to the ball.
So 2nd down, we'll call it a long 5 from about the 9-8-yard line here. Takes the handoff to his tight end into the end zone. That's a touchdown to Brady Schiffer.
Yeah, just an easy crossing route there. Finds a seam and has the man beat.
So Broxton Tepley.
Yeah, I would say Broxton's throwing a real nice ball. Even some of those they tried to the other end that overthrew the guy. You could say maybe the wind might have helped those float just a little bit, but he's had some real nice zip on some of those passes too, hitting his wide receivers.
That one of 8 yards extends the Waverly lead here to 27-0. Gavin Fowler kicks the extra point. It is up, and he's not even come close to missing.
I don't know, that one was more left than the other ones have been.
28-0 here, Waverly. Talked about the mighty band from Beatrice Land. How about the pride and joy of Beatrice High? The cheerleaders under Emily Dean and J.C. Blackburn do a great job. They celebrated senior night tonight. Sage Kobus, Sophie Gleason, Anna Hamilton, Vader. Kaylin Vader. Part of those senior class. I think there's 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't miss anybody. Yeah. Didn't get the cheerleading roster. We'll have to hit up Miss Frericks and say, hey, we need the cheerleading roster. But no, they truly do. They do a nice job. It's one of the, anytime we go places, it's one of the bigger groups we see too, which is great. It's any of the activities we have, it's great seeing the kids involved. And I know for a fact those kids work just as hard as anybody else. There's a lot of days that bell rings at the end of school and they're moving tables in the commons area to put their mats out so they can work on their competition routine and work to perfect that and be ready for the cheer competitions they go to, in addition to supporting all of the teams. They're kind of in the same boat as the band. There's, you're gearing up for your competitions, but your primary job supporting, your classmates and your the other teams around the school. And it's easy to lose sight of that sometimes when you're so focused on learning what you're going to do to go compete somewhere.
Daniel Hook on the kickoff return. He gets it back to about the 22-yard line, but just admire the people behind the scenes, like the mighty band from Beatrice Land, the pride and joy of Beatrice High School cheerleaders, the Black Diamond dancers we get to see during basketball season. The entertainment surrounding the main event is just tremendous here at Beatrice High School.
Well, that goes back not just to those kids and the coaches and sponsors of it, but the parental support as well.
Yes. The Beatrice Orange Boosters, like I mentioned, the boosters under Crystal Scholl do a great job raising money so that our activities and athletics have money to support the cause. New uniforms or just simple water or food, whatever the case may be. Crystal Scholl and the Beatrice Orange Boosters do a great
And then on
job.
the fine arts side, they have their own booster club. Yes. I know their big thing right now is raising money for new band uniforms. The ones our kids are wearing are, I think this is their 14th year now. And they typically say those are a 10-year life expectancy on those things. So they're working on that. If you want to support the fine arts, they would love to have a donation to help get those uniforms funded and get them here as quick as they can. I've seen the drawings of what the new ones want, or what they want those to look like, and they're sharp. So
support the softball team, Layla Boyko as well. Pass up the middle. That's caught. Merrick Johnson, the quarterback now. It's a receiver right down the middle. And who was that? It was Daniel Hook. That's a first down.
Yeah, kind of a similar play to what we saw with Waverly. The wide receivers sneak out and come across and pick up that first down.
Pick up of 8. 1st and 10. Beatrice at the 34-yard line. Merrick Johnson hands off. Back that time. Jordan Griffith, the 5'9", 175-pound junior with a carry.
He was fired up coming back to the huddle there. Nice strong run by him to pick up 5.
Jordan Griffith.
We talked district softball next week, but there's another district event that happens before that. The Lady O golfers go on Monday up to Pioneers Golf Course in Lincoln. They've been having some good success recently. Won the Trailblazer Conference meet, had the tournament champion and 5th place, I think, at that one.
Morgan Nielsen won individual championship. And, wow, nice run that time for the Orangemen. That was Merrick Johnson.
Yeah, fakes the handoff to Griffith. Breaks a tackle here. You can see it on the replay. Kind of drags him away, shrugs another one off, and just keeps trucking.
Man.
And that's what he can do.
Yes. But we have Morgan Nielsen won the individual championship.
And Eloise Marstad was 5th place.
5th place, yes.
But team champions as well. So I know Coach Hoagland would say the same thing. You know, the individual accolades are great, but the team ones are even better.
That's where it's supposed to be.
There's a handoff to Griffith to the left side. He's going to get stuffed for a loss that time.
And lost about 3 that time, Jordan Griffith. I see Jordan get some carries here tonight. The offensive line, and I talked with the offensive line coach, Mr. B, today, and got credit to Rylan Gill and Grayson Klein, Henry Bauman, Alex Pospisil, Kane Rustkamp, Kate Knippelmeyer, Joe Marquez, Isaac DeBoer, Wyatt Dyke, all part of that offensive line that creates holes for Merrick Johnson to run through.
Just guys that work hard that don't get enough credit.
Yeah, exactly right. That pass, Merrick Johnson, intended for Evan Roberts, incomplete.
Yeah, and he was open. That one just floated out. Beatrice with their best field position yet. Getting across midfield, long 3rd and 13 now. But, yeah, seeing some nice things on this drive. So even at this point, you don't like the score necessarily, but you're still seeing some things that you can go, okay, we're getting something done.
The progress is getting better each week, getting back up on your feet, winning the battles.
And that's, it's really hard in a season like this, but that's one of those where you can just go, you know what, we're still learning life lessons.
Yes.
So
and it goes the way. You talk about life lessons, you learn that in athletic activities. When you get knocked down on your butt, you get right back up and fight even harder. And I think that's why Coach Keiser has the philosophy of teaching these football players that life is not easy. It's hard, but you got to get back up and keep fighting.
Yep. Well, that goes along with the pink out theme, too.
Yes.
You know what? Right. Just get up, keep fighting.
No matter what your bridges are that have been burnt or torn down, you get back up and trudge over.
Beatrice takes their final timeout here with, I'm not sure how much time left in the second. We got timeout clock on right now, but I think we're about halfway through. We'll find out in about 2 seconds. But their final timeout of the half, 8 minutes left.
3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13. Let's go get it.
Merrick Johnson all alone in the backfield. 4 wide receivers. Now Jordan Griffith and the motion to the left side. Now go back to the right side. Flag on the play, and it's going to be a legal procedure on the offense. And Merrick Johnson taken out of bounds or the 46. It'll be brought back. A legal procedure is Jordan got a head start. Legal shift. There's the appropriate call there.
Kept waiting for you to be wrong since they didn't stop the play.
Being a former football official years ago, I kind of know what to look for in those things. Jeff Junker will admit that too.
I've seen a lot of football games, Brian, but still some of those things are, beyond my knowledge.
Well, rules change so frequently anymore. It's hard to keep track and keep up to date on them. So 4th down and 9 from the 46-yard line. Merrick Johnson, the quarterback, has 4 receivers to the right side. Johnson dropped back to pass. Misses one, would-be sack. Airs it out, and it's caught near the 30-yard line. What a great pass there by Merrick.
Goes to Oltmans, I think, on that one. Merrick evades the defender in the backfield, steps up, and finds the open man that kind of sat down in the middle of the bubble there. Picks up that first down at the 30-yard line. So good call by the coaches and the staff there to go for it on that 4th down. Like we said, their best field possession of the night. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, 14-yard pickup from Johnson to Oltmans. And there's a fumble in the backfield, and Merrick falls on it back near the 42-yard line. It could be a loss of 11 or 12 yards on the play.
Hate to say it, we got a turf field here. If it was natural grass, I don't know if that ball ever got off of the grass blades. But thankfully for the Orangemen, Merrick able to go back and fall on that one. But Beatrice in a hole now, 2nd and 19. Just as you had some momentum moving down the field, and then you do one of those and you go the wrong way.
Got an idea for Thursday and Friday. Go out and watch the softball team play. Then run out to the Speedway. Oktoberfest going on Friday and Saturday as well.
Forgot about that.
Beatrice Speedway, Oktoberfest. Takes the handoff to Griffith. Airs it out down the middle of the field. That's caught near the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 7 on the play. Trying to see who that was completed to.
I couldn't see what it was. They never turned enough for us to catch the number.
7-yard pickup on the play.
3rd and 13 now.
Shotgun formation here from Eric Johnson. One lone setback. Johnson picks football up, runs forward, and be trapped about 3 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. So the snaps have not been there for Merrick Johnson. Two of the last 3 rolled back to him. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Waverly leads at 28-0. And it's a 4th down and long here for the Orangemen. I could say long.
I'll agree with you this time.
Okay. They're going to go for it.
Trying the field goal.
Or maybe Jesse Oltmans lining up for a field goal, 44 yards. So it'll be a 54-yard attempt for Jesse Oltmans here.
Or we got a fake play drawn up. Nope, down. Blocked.
Blocked, yep. Waverly recovers it there.
Yeah, he knew he had to keep that one low to try and get it in there, but Waverly was ready for that, and they just didn't even really rush a whole lot. You can see there, and able to block that one right at the line of scrimmage. Waverly's going to get the ball at the 37.
Field goals gotten longer and longer and longer. Even in the National Football League, college football, you're seeing 58 yards, 60-yard field goals.
64-yarder. What, last weekend somebody hit that one?
Yes.
Down in Tampa, I think it was.
Handoff. Got a new running back here for, that is Peyton Cleveland now running the football for Waverly. Pick up a 4 on the play for Peyton Cleveland. So 2nd down and 6 at the 41-yard line. So it doesn't surprise me that maybe we see some long kickoffs here. Nice. Well, you mentioned the Platteview kicker. 56-yarder up in Crete, 50-yarder here in Beatrice.
The other way around, but yeah.
Yeah. Roxon Techley. Ball intercepted. That is Daniel Hook with the interception.
Yeah, he came, rolled out to his right, threw it back across his body to the left, and Daniel saw it and just jumped the route and said, I'll take that one.
Good awareness for Daniel Hook.
Yeah, he read that one the whole way. Great play.
Daniel, 5'6", 135-pound junior. Very good student, too. I've known Daniel since middle school. Very nice and obviously a great student. Beatrice back with the football at the 45-yard line.
Pretty much right where they had it before the blocked field goal.
Yes.
So really no harm, no foul there. Only 20 seconds or so came off the clock on that possession for Waverly. So
Merrick Johnson back at quarterback, hands off to Jordan Griffith up the middle, 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 15 for Jordan Griffith.
I think there's a little something there. He's quick.
Yes. I've seen him run in some of the JV games and been waiting for him to get up to the varsity level, and he's going to show off what he can do. So 1st and 10, Beatrice at the 31-yard line, a 15-yard pickup by Jordan Griffith. Merrick Johnson remains the quarterback. Griffith, lone setback. 2 wide receivers to the left. Handoff goes again to Jordan, and Griffith stacked up near the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard on the play. But Waverly defense pursues the ball very good. I want to go up to Norris and watch Norris take on Waverly.
We can't do that, Brian. We have a game here.
Yes, man. Well, we can hopefully tune it in if Norris has got their.
I know how to do that.
Going. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the guys up at Norris, Drew Carsland up there does their live streaming stuff. Has helped us out a ton down here, so shout out to him. But yeah, we'll have that one on that night.
Johnson. I think that is Jordan Griffith.
Yeah, it goes to Jordan again, and he's going the wrong way again.
Yeah, loss for yards, forward progress there. So 3rd down and about 15 now for the Orangemen at the 36-yard line. Two and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Nebraska up 21-13 in set number 2 up at Penn State now.
Yeah, won the first set 25-6, now 21-13, so we'll make it 22. Another low snap, but it's picked up by Merrick.
Johnson, he runs down the near side, cuts it back in, will be tackled inside the 5-yard line. That's a big pickup there.
There is a flag down at the end there. Well, maybe we got a face mask down here, and we'll get it down to the 1 almost. See if we can see it. It would be
29-yard pickup.
I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to wait for the call.
Which I didn't see
anything on the replay.
No. We were discussing it here. As later the flag came out, first thing you think of is maybe
a face mask or a horse collar or something like that. But
the flag's
they
at the
only
9-yard line.
They tackled him by his feet.
Maybe it's the legal block by Beatrice back at the 9-yard line.
There wasn't hardly anybody else down there.
No. It was Merrick Johnson and a bunch of white jerseys. Here comes the personal foul. Tripping on Waverly. Illegal tripping.
Okay.
So that's
what I say. He was only touched by his feet, so I don't know what else that could have been.
So it's 1st and goal from the 1-yard line now. 2:10 to go in the first half. Waverly up 28-0, but Beatrice looking to score here for the 1-yard line.
Yeah, really nice drive by the Orangemen. You know, I'd say nice drive, but they had the blocked field goal, but then got the ball right back on the turnover. So kind of just stringing all of it together. Oh, boy.
Now we have
lots of jumping.
Yep.
I'm going to say false start.
False start on the offense. 2 or 3 offensive linemen made the jump, but the ball wasn't snapped. So 5-yard penalty, bring it back to the 6-yard line.
remember that NFL game where the referee got on the mic and goes, false start, everyone but the center?
Yes, I do. Yes. That was pretty much what we saw right there.
That was the whole left side of the line.
So first down and goal from the 6-yard line for the Orangemen here. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Vikings have a 28-0 lead, and they look every part of being an undefeated team here in Class B. Merrick now in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, fakes a handoff, goes inside. Touchdown, Beatrice. Touchdown, Merrick Johnson. Give him 6.
There we go. Great to see those boys keep fighting and get down the field. Saw a few different things. Merrick in at quarterback now. Jordan Griffith coming in as running back. Get a little more speed out there. Nice job by those guys.
Very nice. Very
so
good.
Happy for them.
For the offensive line, too, opening the hole on the right side to get Merrick Johnson room to cut it back inside and run into the end zone for the touchdown. Jesse Oltmans for the extra point. And the kick is good. Minute 25 to go here in the first quarter of play. 28-7. So Beatrice tacks on 7 points there. Maybe gives confidence continuing on in the football game. I'd like to give a shout out to the people I work with here at Beatrice High School. Can't say enough about Sydney West, Molly James, Lisa Pack, Kristen Krejci, staff do a great job. We mentioned Rachel Frericks. She sets us up so nice with all the rosters and stuff. Rachel just celebrated her birthday. Happy birthday, Rachel. She turned, what, 25, 26 years old?
Same age as me, yep.
Yeah.
25.
Yes.
We're 25 now.
And our other 2 secretaries up there do a great job as well. Can't say enough about them. I know them by first name.
Well, of course, our activities director here this year now, Cale Kaiser. Doing a great job.
James Ford, Dylan Kendall, our administration staff. Can't say enough about them. They do a tremendous job.
See Mr. Ford down there and enjoying a bag of popcorn.
Yeah.
Mr. Kendall's down on the sideline working the phones. He does a lot of our social media posting and that sort of thing. He does a great job of promoting our students.
It takes a village to make all this happen.
Yeah, the athletes.
Being broadcast.
Athletes and the academic side of thing, they do a nice job.
They seem to be at 2 places at once every night. Jason, I can't say enough about Jason Alexander, our superintendent. He is at every event, it seems like, taking pictures.
Saw him at the high school this morning, I think. Can't always remember what day of the week it is. I think it was this morning I saw him out here.
Yeah, Rachel and say enough about our custodians. Katie and Sarah do a great job getting us all set up.
Our head day ones, yeah.
Yes.
And even out here, a lot of it's
incomplete. Oh. Good coverage there, Beatrice.
Thought for a second that might have been picked off.
Yeah.
Had a chance, kind of underthrown and just floated there, but yeah, our head buildings and grounds people from downtown that come out and mow the stadium. Lyle Clausen's out here on the mower all the time, and Kenny Cleveland comes up from down there and helps make sure all the bins are in the right place for everything. And just, we're lucky to have a nice facility and people that help take care of it and care about it and want it to look good. So
Lori and Stephanie, the secretaries in the office, do a great job along with Rachel. Can't say enough about those girls. Handoff. Near side, that is Peyton Cleveland, and he will gain about 16 yards on the play.
Just a minute 10 here left in the first half. It'd be nice to see the Orangemen get a stop before halftime after they go down and score. You'd have to feel pretty good about that after the way the first couple of drives went.
Yes. Quick pass to the far side. The receiver down. That is Zach Malhozy on the reception.
Yeah, Waverly does take some shots down the field, and they've hit some of those guys, but a lot of theirs, kind of some of those bubble screens, a little swing passes out, extension of the run game kind of stuff. Get the ball to the edge.
Second down and about 1 at the 46-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Broxton Tepley in shotgun formation. Trips line out to the right side. Tepley drops back the pass, airs it out down the near side, and it is caught. That is again Zach Milhosi, 6 foot, 106-pound senior. Great pass. We had great coverage on that play too.
Yeah, there was one of those longer throws we talked about. They do that and keep you honest. You can't just crowd up and.
So 1st and 10, Waverly at the 27-yard line. Handoff goes to Peyton Cleveland. Cleveland finds his crease in the inside, gets across the 15 to the 14-yard line. Pickup of 13 on the play for Peyton Cleveland. I know Molly James is watching tonight. Thank you, Molly. Her husband at Watch Beam Broadcasting a lot. Pass far side and diving in for the touchdown. Trying to find a number here. That is Gavin McMillan on the touchdown. Take me some time to do the math here.
I told you when I did this with Hunter a couple of weeks ago, he had it all on a computer.
Yeah, Hunter's smarter than I am. We all know that Hunter Zarbanicki is smarter than Brian Cook. I'll tell you that.
Well, first step, Brian, is you got to figure out where the power button is.
Leave it up to you. You and Jeff Junker love me to death. Tell us something you say.
And I don't know anybody that knows technology that could teach you that.
But you're right. I'm not going to deny it. I am not smart when it comes to smartphones and computers, stuff like that. That's why.
You got a smartphone?
Yeah, but I'm not smart.
How many years ago did you get rid of the flip phone with the?
Back when Dick Stewart did, years and years ago.
I think he had one longer than you.
Long time. It took a long time for him.
The only other person I know that might still have one of those would be Seth Ray.
Monica Feldhausen listening in too. Monica, thank you, and Molly James for watching our broadcast tonight. Beam Dream Team. You get to see how smart Ezzy Cuevas is running mission control.
I want to know who's furthest away watching us. So if you got Brian or my number, and you're somewhere outside of 5 miles of the House of Orange, okay, we'll go even 30 miles. Let us know.
Yes. Kickoff return 10-15. 20-25 to the 30-yard line. On the return that time is Jackson Bailey, the junior. Nice kickoff return.
Or if you got Jeff Junker's number, just tell him. Yeah. Just nothing else. Just text Jeff Junker and say, I'm in and wherever you are.
Yeah.
You got his number, text him.
And find out what he's doing because he's not here tonight.
I know what he's doing.
He
went to the lake again. Yeah.
Again. Oh, Monica is on her way back from Lincoln. She texted me. So
well, that's our furthest so far. Of course, she could be at the hospital. Who knows? But still on the way back from Lincoln. Wait a minute. She's watching on her way back from Monica. You should have told us that.
Don't drive and watch Beam
Be safe, people. Come on.
15 seconds remaining here in the first half. 35-7. Waverly with the lead. Beatrice with the football here. The final 15 seconds of the
6-5-4. I'm going to just let that clock run out and take it to half. This will be 35-7 at halftime in favor of the Vikings here on Pink Out Night for Beatrice football.
So 35-7. Next up, we'll have halftime. We have to watch the mighty band from Beatrice land under the direction of Mandy Carter, Nick Thompson, Hannah Luce, and the drum majors this year again, Shay Martin, Carly Segerman. The color guard leader is
Kyla Sheary, and percussion by Casey Carrillo.
There you got it.
So their show, once again, is Notre Dame, featuring music from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And they got this whole thing out. They go to competition, their first judged competition, a week from tomorrow up in Elkhorn. So we'll step aside and just let you have a listen in, and we'll see you in 15 minutes or so.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the mighty band from Beatrice land. The Beatrice High School Marching Band will be performing their show, Notre Dame, and features the selections from the movies The Hunchback of Notre Dame, selections like The Belle of Notre Dame, Topsy-Turvy, God Help the Outcast, featuring an original mellophone trio of Georgia Butler, Caroline Davis, and the S.B. Kastmeyer. That was composed by the students, followed by their finale. Under the direction of Mandy Carter, Nick Thompson, Hannah Lowe's, Taylor Shirey, and Casey Carrillo, with drum majors Carly Zimmerman and Shay Martin, here is your Beatrice High School Marching Band.
Hey, Dalton, I don't think you're supposed to be up here. You're supposed to be down there. Dalton. 6, 7.
Up, down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, down, 3, 4, up, down, 3, 4, up, down, 3, 4, up, down, up, down.
Pennsylvania. Your number 1 ranked Nebraska Cornhusker volleyball team is up 2-0 against the number 16 ranked Penn State Nittany Lions. They won game 1, and folks, this is the correct score, 25-6. They won game 2, 25-15. Congratulations goes out to the Beatrice High School ladies softball team, as last weekend they captured the Trailblazer Conference tournament. They will start postseason play next weekend. Congratulations also goes out to the Beatrice High School lady golf team, as they also won the Trailblazer Conference Girls Golf Championship last week. Congratulations also goes out to the Beatrice High School tennis team as they won their home invitational. Waverly won the toss at the beginning of the game. They elected to defer, so they will receive the second half kickoff. An update from State College, Pennsylvania. Your number 1 ranked Nebraska women's volleyball team sweeps number 16 ranked Penn State 3-0.
Welcome back to the House of Orange. We just finished halftime. Great performance by the Beatrice Mighty Band from Beatrice land. It's 35-7 here. Waverly with the lead. Beatrice will kick off, begin the second half. I'm Brian Cook along with the maestro Andrew Johnson. Smartest man on the planet, Ezzy Cuevas on mission control duty, along with Lexus Warnzing there with her. Parker Fassler and Craig Roberts on cameras, along with Layla Boyko in costume tonight.
Just have to see if we can get a shot of her.
Yes, please. You got to see this, folks, what Layla is wearing. It's a pink costume on Pink Out Night. Kickoff, return back 30, 35, now the 39-yard line. On the tackle there was Aiden Olin for Beatrice.
I don't know how we missed it in the first half, Brian, but I found out at halftime that we're seeing American at quarterback because Boston got dinged up there in the first half, was having trouble raising his arm. So
I was wondering if that was the case.
Not great news there. You know, as far as the rest of the season and into basketball, whatever is concerned for the Orangemen.
Got to get Boston back and healthy. Football carried up the middle. That is Nathan Axman. He scored the first 3 touchdowns of this game.
I know it says 6 foot 170 on the sheet. He looks bigger than that.
He looks a lot bigger than that, but he runs for 10 there. He's got 100 yards, 104 yards on 10 carries.
Doesn't break the first half record we saw in the first game we had here this year.
Oh, yeah.
Merrick went for like 156 or something that first half, I think it was.
Incredible, yes. He finished with 273 yards in the total for that game.
Crazy.
2 wide receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation here for Broxton Tepley. Hands off to Peyton Cleveland this time, and he falls forward for a gain of about 7 on the play. His 4th carry, he's got 40 yards. Joe Marquez on the tackle there. Joe, great guy. 6'2", 275-pound junior. Joe's always smiling, always in a great mood. See him every day in the hallways. Nothing bothers Joe Marquez. 2nd down and 3 here for the Vikings. Shotgun formation for Broxton Tepley. He's had a great game. He's done for touchdown as well. Peyton Cleveland up the middle. He gains about 17 on the play.
High snap. He's able to grab it, get the handoff still. In time. He was running with some speed before he even got to that line there.
Waverly's a well-oiled machine. I mean, what I've seen has been very impressive. Them, Norris, Elkhorn North, those 3 teams, unbelievable season so far.
Yeah, Waverly's had quite a few in a row here now where they've been one of the contenders for sure.
Yes. That Waverly-Norris matchup in 2 weeks will be unbelievable. Tepley drops back to pass, airs it down, fires it, touchdown. That easy. Wow. That's just incredible football.
Well-placed ball there.
That brings it 41-7.
Braxton Badman on the reception up the left side there. Number 29, I believe, is who that was.
I think you're right, yes. Snap down, it's blocked. The block there by Merrick Johnson. Is there anything that guy can't do? He's just incredible.
We do have flags down.
Probably going to be offsides, encroachment. As fast as Merrick
Nobody's
got
moving,
back there.
so you have to think it's on the defense.
Not seeing the indication yet. There it comes.
Yep. Neutral zone, I believe, is the call.
Yep, encroachment on the defense. That's how Merrick got back there so fast.
Waverly's going to get to retry the extra point here.
Still, I'm so impressed with Merrick Johnson. Look back at some of the great all-time athletes we've had here, like Jessup Workman. He reminds me so much of Jessup Workman because Jessup was a wrestler too. And Cam Jurgens, obviously the field named after Cam. Merrick may have the wrestling room named after him if he continues to go like he is. Extra point is up and good, and that's 42-7. I am trying to remember. Hopefully I've got the stats here. The last back-to-back wrestling champion was. He was a bulldog.
Back-to-back?
Yes, and hopefully I've got the information here. And wrestling. Oh man.
Was it him?
Who?
Chance Helmick?
Chance Helmick, thank you. It was Chance. That guy was a bulldog on the
Look at me. I wasn't even here then.
And you
That's
knew
before my time.
Chance Helmick is the last back-to-back champion we've had in wrestling. And Merrick Johnson has a chance to do that this year as a senior. So 42-7 lead for Waverly. Again, I'm proud of all of our activities here. The Mighty Band from Beatrice Land under Miranda Carter and the Pride and Joy, Beatrice High School. We talk about Emily Dean. How about the Black Diamond Dancers? I'm ready to see them in action.
I think we just saw that. Did we see them at homecoming, or was that cheer? I don't
cheer.
remember
Mallory
anymore.
Hupkins,
So, yeah.
JC Blackburn. And
They're gearing up for the winter season.
Yes. Can't wait to see them. Got to say a big shout out to Colton Yusa. What a great addition. FFA program here at Beatrice High School. He's done a great job with FFA.
Yeah, that has been a great addition here. It was one the community had been asking for. Beatrice is actually charter chapter from way back when. And then, of course, the chapter went defunct, I guess would be the way to say it, for a number of years. And this is the third year with it now, I believe.
Second year, I think. But I
maybe
could
it
be
is
wrong.
just second. But yeah, Dave Barnard came in, got that thing running for a semester, and then Colton Husa has taken over, and away we go.
He's done it for me. I got to say, Colton's a member of the Fair Board with me, and he does so much, not just for the high school, but for the community and for the Fair Board. He's an incredible person. We're glad to have him here at Beatrice High School. Mention the Booster Club. Crystal Scholl and her staff do a great job behind the scenes. And Merrick Johnson will be wrapped up.
Yeah, another bad snap on that one.
Yeah.
Not much Merrick could do.
I think so. The thing is, how does that work? I know you're supposed to
You look back at some of the greats, and we mentioned wrestling. How about football? Zach Reese, Alec Cromer, Zach Decker, who's now coaching, Phil McClure, Andrew Hibbert, all quarterbacks from Century, Jessup Workman, Xavier Oman, Nick Grummert, Ben Zychek, Dakota Van Lanningham, all running backs. Justin Coleman, Dalton Hardig, James Rivers, Raphael Oman, Derek Kloss, all receivers. We've had a great history. Beatrice Orangeman football here. Pass deflected away.
Yeah, another low snap on that one. Merrick's got to scoop it and just kind of slings it out. Of course, with that score 42-7, now that triggers the running clock here. So that's why you see that clock keep ticking despite the incomplete pass there. But
fullbacks Garrett Bruin, Josh Mashmeyer, Derek Link, Isaiah Dell, Brody Nelson, Chance Bauman, Josh Replogle, Cam Jurgens, Mike Higgins, Andrew Hakey at tight end, along with Brandon Villafane and Tanner Lusk. And we've had some great athletes that have been Orangeman football players. Not even mention any of the offensive linemen. I mean, had some great ones there.
They're used to that.
Yes. So I'm going to...
3rd and 16 for Beatrice. Swing out the pass to the left side. Going to pick up, about 8 maybe. It could be 4th and 8, I think.
Offensive linemen, Jesse Hines, Kirk Hausman, Evan Skiles, Jay Bartlett, Tyler Parmather, Steve Wardlaw, John Higgins, Jordan Workman, John Coleman, Brendan Simpson, Josh Blood, Cody Kuhn, Nathan Raines, Justin Jurgens, Corey Jordan. I can't say enough about the men in trenches. They don't get no love generally from the media, but they're doing the job, and like our offensive linemen this year. Punt is up and on the way by Merrick Johnson. Good roll by Merrick to the 35. And I was looking for the wrestling stuff. We've talked about wrestling. But I've got an all-century book coming out. We talked about softball and all the great players in softball we've had. Lady Orange Golf, we talked about them. How about Kirsten Beatty, Chloe Emerson, Katie Glore, John Dinas, Caleb Harms, Kyle Murray on the boys' side. Hopefully I'll have this publication out at the end of this year is my goal. Tell you about all the great athletes at the turn of the century. That's 2000. Let's go before 2000. Of all the great athletes we've had here. I got cross country, tennis, wrestling. Mitch Randall, Trevor Rinke, Drew Arnold, Andrew Weens, Colin Weens. If your last name was Weens, you're a wrestler.
Yeah, they're still around helping out.
Chance Helmick won a state championship in 2013 and 2014 at 170 pounds. That was, what, just over a decade ago this happened.
Good math, Brian.
Thank you. Something I can do right is mathematics, not technology. But I want to mention that about Merrick, for the first time in over a decade, could be the first back-to-back state champion wrestler we've had. Chance Helmick, last one.
Well, we talked earlier, district golf on Monday for the ladies, and then district softball Thursday, Friday next week. Volleyball next week goes to Ralston on Tuesday, and then, or no, excuse me, that's another week away. It's a conference tournament next week for volleyball. So I don't have that on my sheet there. I believe
we'll be on the road for each round.
They're on the road. I don't remember. I think it was at Wahoo for their first game.
Waverly with the football past the outside here.
Yeah, a couple of big penalties for Waverly. Had them backed up to 2nd and 27. There's another penalty flag on this play. So Waverly going the wrong way at this point.
Running clock still again. It only stops during timeouts and scoring.
Injury, I believe, will
Injuries.
stop it. That's about it.
And the clock stopped at 6:43 with a penalty. Legal block in the back by Waverly. Well, that takes them all the way back inside their own 20.
Beatrice putting a real nice drive together here. They're down to the 5-yard.
Yes.
Down to the 10-yard line.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it forever.
It says 36 on the screen there, Brian.
I would believe it.
2nd and 36.
So 3 penalties of back Waverly way back. Help the Beatrice defense here. Ball deflected, almost intercepted there.
It would have been a real nice drive for Beatrice.
Yeah. Merrick Johnson on the deflection.
But 4th and 72 miles to go.
Yes.
You said you're the one that was good at numbers. See, I'm not. So I guess it's only 3rd. Sorry. Got ahead of myself.
3rd and 36 here at the 10-yard line for Waverly. They lead it 42-7 here, midway through the 3rd quarter. Cindy Rominga does a great job staffing the concession stands every week. I mentioned her name. She's a great, great person in and out of the concession stand. Brings up a 4th down and very long.
Dawson Rodenslaben on that carry for them.
I'm glad you're saying that name.
3rd and 36 brings up 4th and 19 now, so got almost half of that back, but we'll see Waverly punt here.
Yep. Jay Jackson back deep near the 30-yard line to take the punt.
Clock right at 5 minutes now.
High kick. Take a Beatrice bounce back toward the midfield marker. It'll be down about the 48-yard line. Beatrice starts 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Good field position for the Orangemen.
So, yeah, big week next week with district golf, district softball, conference tournament for volleyball, football on the road at Norris Friday night next week.
What's cross country doing next week?
That might be conference week as well for them.
Boys.
No. We just had conference.
Yeah, boys tennis.
They were at Syracuse today, I know. Cross country was. I haven't seen results from that one.
Lots of activities to try to keep track of. Shotgun formation here from Merrick Johnson. Drops back to pass, now runs forward. He caught in the backfield and breaks a tackle. Comes to the near side. Looking downfield, airs it out, wide open at the Wyatt Dyke, I think, at the 30-yard line.
That was Wyatt, yep.
Wow. He was wide open down the near sideline. It's a 1st down and 10 for Beatrice down at the 30-yard line. $18-yard pickup. From Merrick Johnson. My stats have gone out the window, folks. Sorry. He's passed for nearly 50 yards, though. Merrick has. Hands off.
Jordan Griffith.
Good to see Jordan gets
back to the line of scrimmage there. Yeah, he's shown some nice bursts a couple of times, and
he's a junior this year, so we get him next year. Jordan and Jaden Griffith. Jaden,
yep, younger brother.
Yeah, great athlete as well. Handoff goes to Jordan up the middle. He'll fall forward for a gain of maybe a yard. Brings up a 3rd down and 9. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. I said I'd have a big hello to Isabel Scott, Janae Farley, Brooke Gleason, Sophie Gleason, Belle Frazee, Preston Walters, Jackson Hessman, students here that mean a lot to me at this high school. Make my days. So Savannah Boley as well. I want to say hi to all those students for making my days here at Beatrice High School so very important. Alyssa Pettit, Anna Hamilton, just great students, not just all involved in athletics or activities, but just good students we have.
See another field goal attempt here.
All right.
This one, 7 yards shorter than the time before.
Yep. So it's 47-yard attempt here for Jesse Oltmans. Snap is down. Kick is blocked. Second time a long field goal attempt has been blocked.
There was about 5 guys could have blocked that one, it looked like.
Slow progression there in the snap. Waverly's so good on that front line.
Their whole D line there was just standing up watching that ball. As soon as that ball was moved, they were running through, and the line for Beatrice didn't really stop anybody. Hate to say it.
Oh.
Waverly going to take over at the 32. Down to 1:40 here in the third.
Again, Nebraska volleyball sweeps Penn State big up in Happy Valley today.
25-6, 25-15, 25-13. You know, Texas has been getting some of those first place votes the last few weeks. You sweep somebody like that in their gym, you might get some of those first place votes back. They play tomorrow at Rutgers, I believe. So back-to-back nights for them, but short trip from Happy Valley to over Rutgers.
Danny Busboom is on a mission.
You know, the thing that's been really interesting to watch with that Nebraska team this year is the number of people that are contributing.
Yes.
And how she can just shuffle that lineup. And, you know, if something's not clicking one night, she'll shuffle and try something else, and then that one works, and, you know, back they come. It was Creighton, right? They had to do the reverse sweep against Creighton up in Omaha, and down those first 2 sets, and she changed libero, she changed outside hitter, she changed a couple other things, and they came back and ended up winning that set 3-2. And that, of course, is a huge rivalry anymore. Creighton's taken Nebraska to 5 sets, I think, 4 of the last 6 years.
Yes.
Something like that. Creighton, of course, has never won against Nebraska in volleyball. Or football. Did you know that one?
I know Creighton had football.
We'll see. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know that they've ever beat them in wrestling either. See,
Templey runs out and is tackled there. Beatrice.
But that's like, and now we got late penalty flags. Clear from the back judge. That flag's down here on the other 42.
Hard to see those numbers on the far side. Maybe Jackson Bailey on the tackle there for Beatrice.
But, you know, me saying Creighton hasn't beaten Nebraska in football is kind of like saying I've never lost a football game either. So,
have you lost in marching band? That's
well, you know, that's one of those where it's I have. But it's also that's an activity where, you know, I mean, and you could say this for a lot of sports too, but you're not directly competing with another group. You know, anytime in those fine arts things, you have judges, you know, and so it is always a little subjective, and whatever. So you were just constantly looking to improve week to week, and you know, every time you go do that performance, you know, make things better, have less mistakes, and just you know, go for it that way.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, you go to some contests and they give rankings and placement, but you know, like anything else, resources aren't the same, talent level isn't the same, you know, but the thing you can control is that effort and the desire to continue to get better, and that goes the same for football, volleyball,
life
whatever
lessons.
It might be. Right, and that is the life lessons, like we talked earlier, that Coach Keiser and his staff are teaching, that Mrs. Carter and her staff are teaching the band kids. Miss Lose was teaching the kids that did the musical last weekend.
Oh, what about Hannah Lose and that Into the Woods? Great production.
It was a good show. There's a shot of the Mighty Band right there in their pink out shirts. My daughter should be in there somewhere.
I see.
You know, I tried to find her at halftime, and I found her.
I see Riker down there. Savannah Boley's there.
But shoot, when they're on the field and they're all dressed the same, you know what instrument they play. But one of these days I'll figure out which one is her.
The band and cheerleaders doing the job every time they come out. We appreciate all the entertainment these students provide for us. Maybe they need to go to a Super Bowl halftime show, because I've not been impressed for decades with a halftime show. Now
Look at Bad Bunny this year, Brian.
Does he talk?
Does he talk?
Does he English? Does he speak?
Sure.
Okay. I know he's in that Happy Gilmore
Sometimes
too.
I wonder for you.
Yeah. I slur it a lot.
Oh, man. I'm just kidding.
But
all the kids know Bad Bunny.
Well, yeah, but how many of the older adults that?
Well, there's your. Who are they trying to attract for the halftime performance?
That's
not you and me.
No, not all me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? There's some of those that I went to some concerts with the family this summer. Went down to St. Louis and saw a show, and not necessarily my favorite group or whatever in the world, but it was highly entertaining. They put on a great show, and as a parent, it was awesome for me to watch my kids experience that and enjoy it. So I do have another one here at the end of this month that I cannot wait for. It's up in Omaha on the 26th, and I'm ready to go. We're going to see Mumford & Sons, and I'm ready.
The one guy I always wanted to see, and you know him because he's a musical instrument, Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass. I know they're back on tour again. I'd like to see Herbert Albert perform. Rise. That whole album was great.
I'm still going to say right now the best one I've ever seen was Billy Joel and Elton John together.
Oh, wow.
That was up at, well, now CHI. It was Quest or CenturyLink or whatever back then. I don't know. But that was probably, 2009, somewhere in there. 3 hours of just those two. There's no opener, nobody else. They played a couple together. Elton did an hour, did a song together. Billy plays for an hour. They come back and played for about another hour together. It was so incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two. Oh, my goodness.
They're great. REO Speedwagon, my all-time favorite band. I got to see them 7 times in the concert. It's like studio quality when you go see REO Speedwagon, but they're retired now. Some of the hair bands.
Studio quality for the, 70s or, now?
Now.
Oh.
I mean, they're that good. They sing Keep On Loving You. It sounds like you're in the recording session with them. Just great, but they're retired now. But some of the hair bands like Warrant and
sure,
stuff we grew up on. Aerosmith's a little before my time, but
Van Halen,
my very
I
first.
did see David Lee Roth one time. I saw him.
He was lead singer for Van Halen for years. And Sammy Hagar stepped in, which was Jason Suter's favorite singer, Sammy Hagar.
He was a big Van Halen guy, yep.
Yes.
Van Hagar. And I'm more the other direction with David Lee.
Yes.
Let's see. I've seen Weird Al twice.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Just this last summer, he was at Pinewood Bowl. Took the kids there.
It's hilarious, man.
Beautiful night. Oh, it was great. And Puddle's Pity Party. Do you know who that is?
No.
This guy, he dresses up in a clown costume and sings. His voice is incredible, but he's in a clown suit.
Kind of like Marshmallow?
Puddle's Pity Party. Look him up. I'm telling you. He's great. He's great. I mean, appropriately, a lot of them are kind of downer songs, but he's fun. It was entertaining. And probably one of the best openers I've ever seen. It was just, but
42-7 here, Waverly. Beatrice with the basketball, with the football. Stick it down at 8 here. Merrick Johnson now the quarterback after Boston Crawford was injured.
Another penalty flag on that one. The hold on Beatrice.
We've got great upcoming events on Beam Broadcasting. Basketball, wrestling, swimming and diving. You got that set up. Concerts, music concerts, plays. Just an array of things you can see on Beam Broadcasting. Brought to you by the students doing service to the students who are performing.
That's right. This is, I don't know how many games this year that I've not run a camera or the TriCaster or what, even this last volleyball game we had a couple of weeks ago, the students ran the equipment in the studio and I went and ran one camera. So they were doing the the high-end work. I was the grunt on a camera, and that's just great. I love that. It makes me so happy and so proud of those kids to have them come in, and some of them are only a month and a half to being in the program, and they're sitting down and running the machine and doing replays. And
Parker Fossler, Craig Roberts are sophomores. Caden Zatera and Logan Weirs are juniors or seniors. Layla Boyko, Maddie Bunch, Grace Bigley, Max Powers have been here at least 2 years, maybe 3 years for those guys. Do a great job. Under the maestro, Andrew Johnson and Beam Broadcasting. And if you want to donate or be a sponsor, contact Andrew Johnson
or Rachel Fricks. In fact, I know that was something we were working on this week, was getting some more of those letters out, and looking to contact some more people in the community. I just got a text from Caleb Wallman. Says, you're talking about all these concerts and things that you've seen, but you didn't want to talk about how the Royals beat the A's in the last series of the season.
Leave it
and
to
Wallman. And I said, well, I can't bring that up unless I bring up the fact that the A's were the team that eliminated the Astros from the playoffs this year. Making the playoffs. So
that stings. And Caleb's laughing about
so
it.
You could, yeah, exactly. So Brian there, you can blame Caleb for that one. I said I'm not bringing up the one without the other.
Yeah, Craig Wallman is listening in, his dad, and Craig, he says he wants to just call the game, call a rodeo. I do rodeo in my off time.
A couple of the things that we haven't done, cross country and track. Love to do one of those one of these days.
And that's where your donations and sponsorships come in. We weren't able to do softball till last year and do outside, like when baseball's coming up.
Right.
Your donations, your sponsorship dollars stay at the high school. Don't go anywhere else in the state like the other things do. It stays here, and we're able to buy the equipment to teach our students, be responsible, how to represent our own community. It stays right here, folks.
Dawson Raiden Slobin with the carry for Waverly again there. Going to pick up 5, it looks like.
2nd down and 5, Waverly.
Yeah, this is a good Waverly team. And like you said earlier, it just that game in a couple of weeks with Norris is going to be, that's going to be one for playoff seeding for sure.
Beatrice graduate Trevor Sedlacek has his Norris Titans undefeated. It's funny because Trevor Sedlacek, the football coach, the baseball coach, Sean Bartholomew, graduate of Beatrice High School. It's great to see that involvement.
Matt, I learned something this week. Norris had never started a football season 5-0, and now they're 6-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they'd never gone 5-0, even when they were, in the playoffs all those years and going back, but they would lose like the first game of the season and then win the rest of them. And so, but I remember when I was in high school, Norris was lucky to win 3 games in a season.
Look at the turnaround they've had.
Yeah, the last couple of decades for Norris football has been pretty good for them, and James really Waverly as well. James
Scholl was in the last carry. I got to mention James Scholl. His dad Ron runs the score clock over there, and James, as a sophomore, is unbelievable. They got 6'1", and he's 6'3" or 6'4", 185 pounds and built.
You went the wrong Scholl. Waverly's got the ball, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but I was talking about James Scholl made the tackle.
Oh, made the tackle. Yes. I thought you said ran the ball. Okay.
James Scholl made the tackle.
There is a Scholl on the Waverly team. We did ask at halftime, not related.
Yep, Nathan Scholl. But it's nice to see.
There's that carry by Raiden Slobin again.
You got that name down. It just rolls off your tongue.
Well, you watch Harry Potter and they got Ravenclaw, Raiden Slobin, similar.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I mean, I have trouble mispronouncing Craig Wallman's name. Of course, that does not roll off my tongue. Oh, golly. Waverly.
Hand off to Raiden Slobin again. He's going to go up the middle. Kind of fall over one of his own guys, get that ball down to the 2, but that's going to be enough to give them 2nd and goal now down on the 2-yard line.
5.5 minutes to go remaining in the 4th quarter here.
So once again, upcoming broadcast next week, we'll have district softball a week from today. Will be the finals. That is a best 2 of 3 series on that day. So that first game's scheduled for 2 o'clock. You got to win 2 of those 3 to make it to state. State playoff this year, they take the 7 district winners and then 1 wild card. So Lady O softball's been on a roll lately. They're looking to just go win that district and not have to worry about it. So
they're the number 1 seed in the district. Number 2 seed is Elkhorn, but Elkhorn's got a tough one. Blue River is a 3 seed. They got a 19-9 record.
Yeah, so some good teams in that district, but Lady O hopefully going to take care of business and punch their ticket to state yet again. So we have that one. The following week we'll have volleyball and football, the 16th and the 17th. And then the next broadcast after that won't be till Veterans Day in November, of course.
You got that all in time. I have to look at a sheet to tell me what we're doing. You got that all in your brain.
It's funny, Brian. Yesterday I'm sitting at my desk and somebody comes in and I'm looking around. I'm like, where is everybody else for this class? And she goes, it's Thursday. I was thinking it was Wednesday. So
Extra point is up, and Raiden Slavin scored that touchdown. Extra point was good. 49-7 Waverly now. So our next broadcast a week from today, best of 3 district final at Hannibal Park. If you can't get out there, support the Lady Orange. You're more than welcome to watch it on Beam. We'll be broadcasting it. I'll be doing the PA and the broadcast for that.
First and foremost, if you can make it out, get out there and support them. Those girls work really hard. A lot of great kids.
They could break the school record.
They could break the school record of home runs. Yes,
in a season,
which I believe is the Class B record as well.
Wow. Tatum Templemeyer leads off. Brooke Gleason.
Tatum and Sadie, I think, are the 2 leading in home runs for the team.
And Callie Schwezo, that top 4 in their lineup doesn't slow down after that. They're that good.
No, that's when I've seen them play. That's one of the things that has always been impressive to me. Up and down the lineup, they can hit the ball out, but not just that. They can just hit the ball and keep the lineup moving, and that's the sign of a great team.
And one of the great things this year I've never seen in softball before until this year: 3 pitchers that could start for any team in the state. We have 3 of them. I mean, Layla Boyko, obviously. You got Jada Berkey and Kerrigan Hendricks. Those 3 girls, great job pitching. Doesn't matter who starts.
Right. They had their conference tournament last Saturday, and each one of them started a game, and they each got a win. So this goes to show you the depth they have in the pitching circle as well.
Well, thank you, Craig Wallman, for the compliment. That's the first compliment he's given me. You guys are doing a great job considering the game.
Well,
Craig Wallman, thank you, buddy. That's the first time you've ever said anything nice to me. Run play for Beatrice right up the gut.
Yeah, so still, fall activities are going to start wrapping up here. We talked about district golf and softball next week, which leads them into state. District volleyball is not too far down the road. Into the football season's only a few weeks away.
State golf.
Marching bands got their 3 competition weekends starting a week from tomorrow, and then that wraps up that season for them, and then we move inside.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, maybe we will get a freeze and we won't have all these bugs.
I kind of like this weather, folks. I mean,
you're from down in the south. Yep.
We're in the south. This is
me personally. I'm ready for fall and a high temp of about 72. It was looking like we might get a few of those days next week, but now I look and the forecast is back in the upper 70s.
Good. I can handle the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Anything below the 70s, I'm starting to shiver. Jackson Bailey on the carry there, folks. 5'10", 150-pound junior. He is going to be great next year. We mentioned, obviously, Jordan Griffith is a junior this year. Brady Nelson's a junior. Evan Roberts a junior. We've got some talent coming back. We do lose some great seniors like Mary Johnson. Boston Crawford will be back next year. Got some great underclassmen. The freshman class is really
some
good.
of the spots the seniors really we're going to miss them is some of those line players and linebackers.
Yes.
There's more of the seniors in that bunch, so we don't say a lot of the senior names because that's where they are. But that's going to be one of the spots where we do miss them next year. But
Rylan Gill, Grayson Klein, 2 seniors, Henry Bauman, Alex Pospichel, Kane Rustcamp, all senior linemen this year. So we're really going to miss them.
But like you were saying, a lot of juniors getting playing time, some sophomores. It's kind of like basketball was last year for us too. Like it's just a lot of young guys, and you're going to take some lumps here and there. But you learn from it. Like we talked, those life lessons, and get better, keep working, get stronger, and to come back hungry.
Yeah. How about the great coaching staffs we've had here, like Coach Keiser in football, Coach Lytle in softball, and Lyle coaching cross country. Ava Lovett, I want to give her a lot of love. Her and her staff done a great job with the volleyball program, trying to develop that. Ava done a great job on her staff.
And that's another young team. So
yes.
A lot of young teams for Beatrice right now, but future's looking better. I want to say thank you to any score feed that's been on the bottom of your screen all night with that bottom line, all the football scores from around the state. Thanks out to those guys for giving us the ability to be able to put that there for you. See it during volleyball. We'll have it on there during basketball as well. So appreciate what they do, not just for us and giving that ability to be there, but really for the whole state. And we've talked about it before. You can get that app on your phone, and if you're at a game somewhere, you can log in and post those scores. So that's how all of those scores are there for you to see. Somebody's at that game, punching in the score updates and whatever. I went to do a couple of them at one point, and somebody had beat me to it tonight already. So, and that's literally within seconds of the play happening. Somebody had already punched something in, and so
another amenity for Beam Broadcasting.
Great community thing that they've got going for the entire state. So we do appreciate that. Thanks to them. Thanks to all of our sponsors that you see run across your screen, halftime and quarter breaks. I'm not going to try and remember all of those, but
all great sponsorships. They know where the money's going. They know the money's staying right here at the high school, right here in the community of Beatrice, so our students get exposed properly and our students learn the broadcasting techniques properly here at Beam Broadcasting. I'm so proud of this. Jeff Junker and we wouldn't trade this for the whole world.
So looking back to the game here, we're under just a minute to go. Waverly's got, I'm sure, a lot of their younger guys in there. But, still looking to do something, make some plays. Those guys are learning too. So don't fault Waverly for that. They're not doing anything tricky. Just getting some guys some experience, and that's really what it's about at this point. That likely should be the last play of the game there, I would think.
Brings me back to the Bob Sexton era when Bob would put in Sexton had a great job of building up for the next year, and I think Coach Keiser's doing the same thing.
Well, Waverly's going to line up yet. I'm not sure.
Got 10 seconds to go. They will try to run one more play here. Handoff, go up the middle.
Get a tackle. Surely that'll be the last play of the game. It is. We hit zeros.
Trevor Jacobson on that tackle, number 33.
So your final is going to be 49-7 Waverly, but again, some good things from Beatrice. A couple of nice long drives to get that score. Got the blocked punt to continue that drive that they ended up getting the score on. Beatrice go on the road next week to face another rival just up the road at Norris. Waverly, I'm not sure who they've got next week. I think probably Standing Bear, because Norris played them last night. So that's part of the season where you cycle through those district foes. But there's our sponsors run across the screen. Thanks to those folks for supporting Beatrice Athletics, Beam Broadcasting. Yeah,
great sponsorship we got here. Thanks to our staff here at Beam Broadcasting under the producing engineer, the maestro Andrew Johnson. Our seniors, Layla Boyko, Maddie Bunch, Grace Bigley, Max Powers. Our juniors, Caden Zatera, Logan Weirs. Our sophomores, Parker Foster, Craig Roberts, and our alumni here tonight, Ezzy Cuevas, the smartest man on the planet, and Lexus Warnzine, our astronaut to come. She's in the Air Force now, going down to Arkansas. Lexi, I'm so proud of you. Been a military person now. Lexus and Ezzy, great job. Alumni here tonight for being broadcasting. For my producing engineer, my partner tonight, Andrew Johnson, I'm Brian Cook. Have a great night, everybody.